Welcome back everyone to another episode of The Games That Never Were, and today we are going to be taking a look at Kung Fu Kim. Now Kung Fu Kim was developed by Chad Frick and released in 1997. The objective of the game is to use your Kung Fu that you learn on different levels to block incoming objects from destroying you. This game is a hidden gem among the thousands of buried games out there that were lost in time because of just the nature of the game itself. It's very simple in design, and you can beat it in roughly 10 minutes or so. Your player, who stands on a stone post, starts out basically nude, and after a lesson on humility, finally starts to wear clothes. Now, there is health that you can obtain in the game by collecting floating yin-yang symbols, and there are stones of protections that float around randomly throughout later levels. These stones of protection essentially protect you from whatever color the stone orbiting your head is. The graphics are screaming 90s, and the music is quite entertaining, although you are going to be paying more attention to your player than the music. But there is one piece of music that does stand out, and that is the graduation song that plays on the final level. Now, speaking of levels, there are 10 in all that you have to defeat, and I'm not too sure, but the final level I don't think you can actually beat. Each level consists of different objects floating around the player in which you have to defend yourself from. Some can be rocks, paint-filled balloons, planets, maces, and other things. Some can be quite weird, like this level here, where there is what I would assume, well, sperm and mitosis happening. I'm not too sure. Wow. And after the level ends, you are greeted to another colored belt representing that you passed the previous level. The final level, as I talked about before, is one that you cannot beat. It is you versus the universe, and while you have to defend yourself from planets, later on, meteors come flying into the mix, and believe me, they speed up, causing you to die. Honestly, it's a fun game to play, and if you haven't played this game yet, I would definitely try it out, but unfortunately, there really isn't anything such as promotional posters, advertisements, or box art that I can show you at this time, because this game was released on what was called the BBS, or the Bulletin Board System, back in the 90s. And now for the burning questions. How much did the game cost, and what are the system requirements? To my surprise, Kung Fu Kim was completely free to play. That's quite a shocker considering that most games like this trend tend to have some sort of price on them. Now, I'm all up for a good free game. And for my favorite part, here are the system requirements that are needed to run the game. You're going to need a PC with a 586 processor with Windows 3 X or above, 256 colors, a Sound Blaster card, and keyboard. Well, that's all I've got for today. Is there a game that you've played and think nobody else remembers? Well, let me know in the comments below, and like I always say, these are the games that time forgot. These are the games that you've never played. These are the games that never were. I'll see you on the next adventure.